Hello everyone. Today we're going to be looking at a Shadow Fiend game I played a day or two ago. uh, I've been playing a lot of Shadow Fiend recently. I've been trying to practice the Euls Blink build that is really popular, and it's like the best build for Shadow Fiend no matter what. And I was on the Radiant this time. I think I waited to pick for quite a bit. I was pretty sure Invoker was gonna go mid. And problem that Invoker has is that early his damage isn't very good, so Shadow Fiend is okay against him, I suppose, but if he goes Classic Zort, then obviously, yeah, see I pick him here. That's gonna change, but I think I should be able to maybe keep up. Let's go into player perspective. Yeah, so the reason, by the way, I haven't made many videos in the past couple of days is because all I've been playing is like Shadow Fiend, because I really wanted to get a good video of him in, and I think I played pretty well here. I did like a lot of stacking, but my GPM wasn't that high actually. Now, this is another carry game that I played, and some of you probably want to see me play support, and I haven't played support, like, I don't think in any of my videos, and I might do that. I actually like playing support okay. Pretty, I like playing support a bit, but I think I'm better at carry maybe, I don't know. I like both roles, but I don't know, I feel like, at least while I think this game, my MR got like adjusted more, and I was playing with better people. Even though this Medusa, I think, was pretty bad. She said she was gonna jungle, and I was like, well, I don't think you can jungle a level 1 Medusa. And what she did, she got a Quelling Blade, and she went into like this, like she cut some trees through the ancients so that she could attack them. But basically, like, please don't do this, because sure, you're gonna kill him eventually, but you'd be much better off standing in the lane. And yeah, as you can see, she's gonna cut through the trees. And she got Wars and Career, which is wrong for that. And you would get a lot more farm if you just sat in the lane and got less hits that way. And you would get a lot of experience. She was like level 1 until like minute 10 or something. Yeah, I remember this moment. I was like trying to block, and I was hitting the top of the screen here, and if you hit that, then it doesn't count as if you're actually like pressing the thing. And then Puck came mid. I'm not sure why. He got out eventually. A lot of people have been doing this, and like this game, it was good. And like when I was playing Storm once, and Phoenix was mid, like, I feel like it's okay to like support someone mid. I think he was planning to go mid, but I think it's okay to support someone mid for like, especially if it's a Shadow Fiend, to like help them out with a kill or something. And he does pick up the skill, but I was moving towards him to maybe get the kill to fill up my souls. So let me talk about Shadow Fiend as a hero for a little bit. Some of his strengths are that he can farm extremely fast, and that he has one of the best, arguably the best spell in the game, which is Shadow Rays. And the reason this is so good is because, if I can actually, this is for 1 skill point you get 3 abilities. Each of these abilities deal to 100 damage. Now they're hard to land, but if you can land them at level 1, you can have 300 damage that you're dealing to someone, and then it goes up to 325. This was buffed recently, which means you can have like 900 magic damage plus his. Now this is nerfed because he has two passives and his ulti, but Shadow Razors are basically his only active skill. I missed that last hit because I was attacking uphill. I was kind of sad about that. And then our courier died, which really sucked a lot. And my bottle was delayed by like 5 minutes. Okay, not 5 minutes, but and then someone used it right away after 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 it respawned, so I couldn't get my bottle. Yeah, this is where I realized our courier died. So it's really terrible. Really terrible to have your courier killed before you have bottle. Now, I think I lasted pretty well here. I got unlucky with some misses, but yeah, again, let me just keep explaining Shadow Fiend as a hero. He has Necromastery, which, if you don't know, whenever he gets a last hit or a deny, you can get more damage, as you can see here. 2 damage for each last hit. I have plus 22 damage, but he starts out with a really low base damage, so if you can shut him down, he gets shut down pretty hard. But this thing reduces armor, the skill, and this deals a lot of nuke damage. So let's see how much damage. Oh, I'll talk about that later. I'll see about how much damage. I'll calculate that later. I'm just gonna try to do the math, but yeah, as Shadow Fiend in the early stages, try to get as many last hits as you can. Try to not get ganked. One of the hero's weaknesses is that he has no escape mechanism, so he's very easy to gank. I completely crapped on this invoker right here. I got like every last hit and every deny for like a bit. Yeah, but even if you do get ganked, don't get discouraged too much, because as Shadow Fiend, you can come back from that gank pretty easily. So I decided to go for the 3rd point in Necromastery because my souls were full and I wanted to get more damage so that I can dominate this invoker more. But he actually got that deny. I don't think he has more damage than me, but I can't. Let's just see how much damage he has. Yeah, he doesn't have more damage than me, so I really should be getting every single last hit here, and I did pretty well. And he actually hits pretty hard, so I have to be careful here, but he got hit by the tower like 3 times. Now, I should be sending the courier to get my bottle. He sunstriked me, but missed, so that was a pretty wasted sunstrike. So yeah, try to get every last hit. Another thing that I did this game later on, I mostly did this later on after I got my bottle, because right now I just wanted to try to get all the last hits that I could. But what you can do is you can, as Radiant, this is most effective, but what you can do is you can, once you have level 4 raise, you can raise the creep wave 2 times, which would kill it instantly. And then you do this near the what is it? Near the minute mark, so that then you can go into the jungle to stack the one of the camps, and then you can farm it really fast with your huge nuke damage on your shadow raises, because they do 325 damage each. And yeah, I wanted to get treads here, but I just didn't have enough money. I should have probably just gotten boots, have that brought over to me, or I should have just like resent the courier, but I decided to just get my bottle right now. He almost got the deny, but I I attack a lot faster. I could also be checking the rune right here. I didn't realize there was a double damage up top, but it's, I thought for sure someone would take the runes, so. But at 6 minutes, I do check it. Make sure to, something that a lot of mid players do is they just go for the rune right away. But what you have to do is you have to push the lane as fast as you can, and then get the rune. And if your opponent pushes it faster than you, or better than you, then you shouldn't go for the rune because then you'd be missing EXP. Now I actually missed a creep here because I didn't push the lane enough, but I do get this kill, and it's actually pretty close. He turns around and starts cold snapping me, which I should have just attacked him right here. I think the tornado saved me. Yeah, as you can see, I bottled up between hits. Not that it saved me, but it's good to do. Anyway, as I talked about in my... Did I talk about that? I think I made a video about some mid-hero. Yeah, Tiny, I talked about that in my Tiny video. But, yeah. This is absolutely the right skill build to go with Shadow Fiend. Now, you should probably, like, max out, raises first, instead of, if you're having trouble, max out raises more than Necromastery. If you're not having trouble, maybe get more points into Necromastery. But yeah, do not get your ultimate at 6 because you can't. Your ultimate does damage based on the amount of souls you have, and you're not gonna have a lot of souls by level 6. It's impossible to have 36, so it's impossible to get the full value out of your ulti. Now, I saw this TA here, so I was quite sure that she was gonna come gank me. She didn't have ulti, which I should have checked for, but I decided to go stack a camp anyway. I actually do get the stack, which I'm pretty surprised about, because I do come slightly late, but just don't get too worried if you come like 1 second later than is needed. Usually you want to attack at 53 seconds, but it was fine that I didn't. Medusa actually was stacking the camps, but another mistake that she made, I later saw in her skill build that she got points in her W, and now this is fine if you're laning, but if you're gonna just jungle ancients, there's actually no use to getting your W, whatever it's called, Mystic Snake. Yeah, it's called Mystic Snake. I missed that creep, but I got the whole wave, and I should have actually waited to nuke there, because it's almost the minute mark, and if I nuked the next wave instead of this wave, I could have missed less experience than I did now. Because now I'll have to start walking towards the camp. I was waiting for the creep wave to come towards me, but I decided that I could just go and stack right now. And yeah, as you can see, that did stack. This is great to do as Shadow Fiend, because then you can also, you should try to stack it as much as you can before farming it, just because it's more efficient the more you stack it, because your Shadow Raise is going to hit more people. If you're like a right clicker, like maybe like I don't know, that doesn't just depend on spells very much, and or that doesn't have cleave damage, like for example Ursa. If you're an Ursa, you should just try to farm the camp, the jungle, as fast as you can and not stack, because you as Ursa, he's only really great at taking down jungle camps that have a few creatures in them, because he can really only focus down one target in those at a time. But Shadow Fiend has a great AoE ability. I decided to stack this camp here because I knew I wasn't going to be in time for the other one. And get the rune with that. Now I missed a creep, I think. But it was completely worth it because I still got the stack, and that means I'm going to be increasing my farm later. I have 50 last hits at 10 minutes. This is pretty good I would say. But it's not as good as it can be. Some Shadow Fiends can get like 70 less hits by this mark if they, but the excuse that I have is that I didn't get bottle until like 6 minutes, so that made things a lot harder. Now Invoker was top. I should have probably called missing on that, and I don't think I did, so. This is the part I was super angry at because I don't know why, but like it feels like at this sort of MR, I guess, just as at the 10-minute mark, everyone just starts like grouping like crazy, and this is wrong. You shouldn't group at 10 minutes just because. You should, as I talked about in my Juggernaut video, you shouldn't stop farming like when the laning phase is over, and you shouldn't stop laning when the laning phase is over. Now this might seem scary to you, and this might seem like a big camp. I wanted to get the raises perfectly. I should have raised the 3rd time here, but I waited too long for some reason, but it's fine. So yeah, as you can see, I got a lot of gold out of that. I always think that the Euls scepter costs 2,700, so I bought the ingredients and then I realized I was 100 gold off. So yeah, everyone started grouping mid and going like 3 mid, and I was really like, I didn't understand why at all. Now this Juggernaut actually hurts so much, and I almost died. I didn't realize the Juggernaut would hurt so much. I was kind of angry that we didn't have an up courier, and I missed the stack here. I could have actually stacked the medium camp maybe, but I was worried about dying, so that's fine that I missed the stack at the minute mark. So yeah, Euls is definitely the best item to go for first of Shadow Fiend. Like no matter what, Euls is gonna be good. Against their team. Like, let me talk about this again. I talked about this in some of my professional replays, but Euls should not be considered a ganking item. A lot of people think, well, I don't want to gank as Shadow Fiend, so I'm not going to get Euls because Euls is a purely ganking item. But no, Euls is not a ganking item. Sure, the combo's nice, I suppose, but you do not get the item on Shadow Fiend because you want the combo is nice to have. You get the item on Shadow Fiend because you want to increase your farm, and it fixes some of Shadow Fiend's problems. First of all, it fixes his mana problems because he's gonna raise a lot and raise constantly to farm. That's his best ability to farm camps is to raise. So it fixes his mana problem. It fixes his issue of not having a great way of escaping. She's level 5 at 13 minutes. Sorry, someone's calling me. Skype, but yeah, so fixes his mana problems, it fixes his movement speed problems, and it fixes his yeah, mainly those 2 problems. I was thinking of a 3rd problem. So yeah, this TA kind of died. So this is the combo. She, look at how much damage that did. Look at how much damage that did. That did so much damage. So, and then this Invoker just feeds his life, and I get an ultra kill. At this point, I was feeling like this was gonna be like a 30-minute game, not interesting, and I was gonna have to play another Shadow Fiend game to, get a good one in. But we actually threw pretty hard later on. Spoiler alert, I guess. But mainly, I don't think it was us throwing. I think the jug was just about like my level of player. Like he was like as good as me, maybe like almost as good as me. He was farming jungle, as you can see, which is what you should be doing as Juggernaut. Um, so yeah, I think he was a pretty good player. Maybe even like a Smurf, like me, I suppose. I suppose you could call me a Smurf. I was waiting not to kill that because I wanted to spawn the skeletons to get that little gold. Now at this point I could go for either a BKB or a what is it? Blink Dagger. And against their team, BKB would let's see what it would block. It would block some of the sniper slows, like the shrapnel. It would block his ulti. It would block nothing from TA except the slow, but that's not useful. And the sniper slows aren't that useful to block. I was pinging at this invoker. They had a ward, I think, here. Because they saw me, and I was like, why did they see me? Because it's nighttime. You shouldn't be able to see unless you have a ward. This invoker interrupted like all my requiems of souls with his and oh, he did die. For some reason I thought he didn't die. Huh. Um, yeah, but invoker interrupted my requiems of souls a lot. BKB would not do much. It would stop invoker from like doing some of his combos, but invoker is still a lot of right click. It would stop anti-mage's ulti. Would it actually? I think that goes through spell immunity. So it wouldn't stop anything from Juggernaut or anti-mage. So I thought it would be pretty useless this game. Although you could argue that on Shadow Fiend, BKB is always a good item. But they didn't really have any hard disables except Tornado. And like, what is it? I forget what it's called. I play Invoker a lot, but I forgot what is it called? I know this. Come on. EMP? No. EMP is that one. Whatever. I completely forgot. I'm sorry. The thing that disables, disarms the opponent that Invoker has. His Q, his Quas Wex, exhort ability. It would stop that disable. But it really wasn't needed this game, so I decided to go for a Blink Dagger. And now I was telling my team that there was absolutely no need in like to just sit all mid, and that they should spread out and farm, but they weren't listening to me. They weren't listening. My team wasn't listening to me at all this game, which was sort of annoying. But the Juggernaut actually got early farmed. He was farming Ancients here. I was wondering if they were stacked. I couldn't actually see him farming the Ancients, but you can see him in the replay because of the bug. And then my team just didn't back off from it, and I was like, well, I mean, I can't. Also, like, it's so awkward when your team is just going mid because, like, the Juggernaut's farming, and then the Sniper's farming, and it's like, well, I mean, if my team's fighting and I'm right there, it's kind of hard to not help. So he goes invis here, and then I predict where he's gonna be, so I agrees and get him there. I got a kill, but like I could be farming right now, and as I said in my Juggernaut video, no matter what, and you're gonna see at the end, Juggernaut is gonna have a higher GPM than me. Now I tried to stack the large camp with my raise, but I missed. But farming jungle camps is gonna be like by far more effective than farming. I wasn't that scared of the jug here, and I should be, I think. So yeah. And my team was still going all mid, and Jug was farming, and I was like, I was telling my team, I was typing here to spread out, please, and farm, because I really didn't want to fight, and my team was fighting, and felt like I had to help my team, but I didn't want to help my team because I wasn't ready to fight, because I had 2 farming items, just the Blink Dagger and the Euls, and they were fighting, so I was forced to help them, and I really wanted to get my Scotty. Yes, I do go for a Scotty next, before I really start fighting a lot. And then they get fighting. I don't know. Like, I do get like 3 kills here or something. But like, I don't know. Okay, look at how much damage this deals. This just killed him. At least I get 1 kill here, but that dealt so much damage. Let's see how much damage it deals. Or we should do the calculation now. So, it says Shadow Fiend. Energy. Lines of energy created for 18 lines of energy of 120 damage. Okay, I'm gonna pull out my calculator here. See how much 160 actually times 18 is. 60 times 18. Okay, so 2,880 damage is what it deals if I'm perfectly standing right on the unit. And I might not be pulling that off perfectly, but I would say it reliably kills someone with about 1,800 HP at this level. Maybe. If I get the ulti off pretty well. So my team kept, like, standing up against each other mid, and this was completely wrong. I was really frustrated this game because my team was doing that. You should just spread out and farm. Like, there's no purpose to having 2 mid when no one is farming top lane. There's just like free farm top lane, and you could argue that I should be going there, but like there's 2 mid and like one of them, like the Puck or the Medusa could go there, but Medusa, all she did this game was jungle, and like that's by far a worse way of getting farm as Medusa than just sitting in lane. Like, ancients are good, but unless you can farm them fast, it's not worth farming, I don't think. I was waiting to hit this again for it to spawn skeletons, but yeah, as Medusa, don't jungle level 1. I really thought I could kill the Jug, but I saw the TA there, so I decided to back away. It's really important to not let greed overwhelm you as a carry. As I said in my Jug video, being a carry consists of discipline and greed. You can't let the greed overwhelm you too much. You have to balance that with discipline. I was pinging the Medusa to not block my stack because I was going to stack it. I thought she might want to farm it, and then she rushed fast Mjolnir, which I don't like because she was going to get a Scotty. I don't like Mjolnir on Medusa very much, and then my team was still fighting, and I was like, I really just want to get some farm in the jungle. Like, why do you have to? I missed so many raises here, and I was like, oh my god, I missed so many raises. I kept this kill on this Jug, but I don't know how he got so much farm. I feel like I killed him a good amount this game. No, I got a godlike streak. But I feel like he gets like a Scotty or something. No, I don't think he gets a Scotty. I think he gets like Sanjay Yasha, but he gets super tanky, and I'm like, I just like can't take him down again. That was like the last time I can kill him until like the super late game, where I got 6 slotted and dealt a huge amount of damage. I was hoping to stack here. No, I should have tried to stack, but I was too focused on going bottom, I guess. I should have stacked the large camp. Huh. It's a lot easier to see that when watching replays. Oh yes, I remember this part. I accidentally clicked R instead of E So I got really scared. I was like, oh my gosh, I don't want to just accidentally ulti. So I reacted fast enough. I didn't realize that I was casting ulti for a while, but then I realized I was and pressed stop quick enough. I really wanted to get Scotty here. This is where I die the first time. Because I think, oh, Juggernaut can't have that much farm. And then he blocks my ulti with this freaking spin. And then I'm like, oh no. And then I run towards the creeps so that he can't. And then he just fights me. And then I realize he has a basher. And then he can't do crap. And then he laughs at me. Chat, I believe. You might not be able to see that, but he was like, ha ha ha. Yeah, there he is, laughing. And I was really surprised at how strong he was. Like, Juggernaut is a strong hero. He is really overpowered right now. Shadow Fiend is one of the most popular carries, but I wouldn't say he's overpowered by any means. I would say he's okay, but I don't think he's overpowered at all. I don't think he's even like close to overpowered. Like, Troll is overpowered right now. Jug is overpowered. Sniper's overpowered. Those are pretty much the 3 most overpowered carries, and they had 2 of them, which made the game harder. But Sniper wasn't playing correctly at all, so it made things pretty good, I suppose. But yeah, a big problem Shadow Fiend has. One of the problems is that when he dies, he has to get farm before fighting again. He can't just like instantly fight. And that's a big problem with having him as your only carry. And luckily we had Medusa and Dragon Knight to carry us for late game. Dragon Knight's really good. I might make a support video next, and then make a Dragon Knight video. And then the Juggernaut hits so hard. The Juggernaut hits so hard. We don't get the kill on him. And did you see how little damage my ult did there? Did like barely any damage. Yeah. Should've. Yeah. This is the problem. I really didn't want to fight them. I think this was a huge mistake that we chose to fight them. This is part of us throwing the game here. Let's look at the gold grass right now. Like, look at this. This is slowly going into their favor. Like, this is like when... This is when I got like my godlike streak. Yeah, this is like when I was getting my godlike streak. And then this is where... This is where I think I died. Or did I die? It doesn't show where I died, but I think like somewhere in here I died, and then I gave all. I think the problem that I made there is that I gave all my net worth, my godlike streak, and all my net worth to the Jug. Let's look at the net worth right now. He actually has a higher net worth than me. Huh? He has 100 more gold per minute. That's surprising. I was thinking, well, I suppose I did give him the godlike streak, and I think I hung around mid too much this game, but. Dang. This is where I started getting worried, and I was like, please don't go all mid, guys. Just like split push, put pressure on other lanes. Like, we haven't taken a tower yet, and they've taken 2. Like, we're not as far ahead as you may think. It's like, can't you just like spread? Don't you know what spreading is? And Medusa was still farming the ancients, and she hasn't gotten like a single creep kill this game. Like, she has 7,000 net worth, but that's still like 6,000 less than me. And she's like, for Medusa, that's terrible. It's terrible. I have my Scotty now, but Jugger is more farmed than me by 2,000 gold. If the courier would, you know, if I can kindly get the courier. So yeah, this is where the game sort of started being close, and I was really worried about this game, actually. And my team, I think, played too much like, I think they played too much like they were ahead, even though we weren't ahead that much. And this is the point where Shadow Fiend gets um, less. He's not as good as farming because 2 raises don't clear creep waves anymore. I think what a mistake that I do as Shadow Fiend is that I don't farm creep waves enough. I feel like I either farm only creep waves or only jungle camps. And I think I should alternate more between both of those. Let's look at the last hits. Yeah, he has more last hits than me. Even though he has 0 denies, but he has more last hits than me. Which should not be the case. I should be farming lane more. Lanes are pretty much the best way to get money. Even as Shadow Fiend, because unless you have a stacked jungle camp that you're gonna farm, a stacked jungle camp is slightly better than a lane. Basically, if all the lanes are pushed out, you can farm jungle unless you have a stacked jungle camp. I decided to run, and I realized I was running in the wrong direction. He had a Bastion. I was pretty much dead. I shouldn't have, you know what? I shouldn't have Euls'd him. That was the mistake I made. I should have waited to Euls myself when he started Omni-slashing me, so that I could interrupt the Omni-slash with my Euls, and then I could blink away. Hopefully. So. That's what I started doing later in the game, because I realized I could do that, but this Medusa wasn't helping us at all. And I think her item build is really wrong too, because you should pretty much always get Manta Style first. She didn't get Manta Style until like her 3rd item. And look at how slowly she takes down these, what is it, Ancients. She should also turn on her Mana Shield. And as you can see, she maxed out, her Snake. That was completely wrong. Like, if she was going to be farming lane or jungle, that would have been fine. But she was just farming Ancients the whole game. The whole game. She didn't leave Ancients until like 50 minutes. Like, seriously, like, she's leaving now, but she's gonna die. I'm guaranteeing that she's gonna die. Yeah. Maybe not. If they would have actually gone for her there, I think she could have died. So yeah. By the way, the reason I'm making all these replay commentaries, I guess, was because, like, it's not that it lags. I fixed the lag issues that I was having with my computer. I can now record pretty okay live games, but I think I'm not gonna record live games much because it's a lot harder to play well. I want to play at my max potential when I upload a video to YouTube, and when I have to commentate as I'm playing, it makes things a lot harder because Dota 2 is a game about like really concentrating on the game a lot. And then they 5-man ganked me, and I wasn't worried right now. But then the sniper was here, and the Juggernaut was here, and like literally all of them were here, and I was like, oh my god, all of them are here. So not much you can do. Like, arguably that was worth it, but my team wasn't even farming right now. They were just super scared this whole game. We weren't farming at all this game. I think is a huge mistake. Now they're probably ahead on gold. That would be my prediction right now. Yeah, no, actually we're still ahead by 1,000, but 1,000 is nothing, and I bet we're behind on the XP. Yeah, we're behind on the XP. And that's really shows that this game was more out of control than I think my team thought. We still beat them in the late game, but we had such a huge advantage in the early game that we shouldn't have thrown this hard. And Phoenix went for what is it? Refresher. I think this is bad as Phoenix because your ulti refreshes everything anyway, so I don't think it refreshes your items. No, it doesn't. It can't. That would be too overpowered if it refreshed items, because then you could just spam ulti all the time, but it doesn't. Refreshes cooldowns of your abilities anyway, so It's not that useful. So, Juggernaut Woods. And again, this is a huge problem with Shadow Fiend. I only have 16 souls, so I really don't want to fight, but they're pushing right now, so I kind of have to try to defend. And I can't do that very well. I think he might get a kill on me here. Yeah. Then I just tried to run, but I think he backs away, but yeah, this is a big problem Shadow Fiend has. I wasn't sure if this tower was in deny range. I didn't try it. I should have tried to deny it, but we deny it eventually, so they actually were farming our jungle here, which was smart. And I find the invoker here. I almost die. And I was like, oh, this is only the invoker, so then I realized their whole team was here, but luckily some people, like, they Euls me for so long, and it was pretty, and luckily, they Euls me, I was maybe looking, I should have maybe turned around on that, invoker, but I might have died if I did. I do hit quite hard, but it's kind of important to, when you're behind on souls, to try to get kills as Shadow Fiend. I maybe shouldn't have used that guy, but I wanted to prevent him from doing damage. Look at how good the Dragon Knight's stun is. It's really amazing how good the Dragon Knight's stun is. It's like 3 seconds of just like pure stun. He didn't get a BKB this game, I don't think, which was a pretty big mistake. Against Puck, against Phoenix, it helps, and against Dragon Knight it helps, and against me actually it helps quite a bit. Even he does have spin, but you can't really predict when Dragon Knight's gonna stun you. And then, like, once you are stunned by Dragon Knight, you know, Phoenix is gonna start pummeling on you, and then he's gonna ulti, and then, you know, and then your spin isn't gonna be long enough to prevent the ulti. And then Puck just feeds this whole game. I feel he's gonna die right here. I think he dies. I remember him dying a lot. I'm not quite sure because he dies right here. I feel like he went for way too aggressive plays, and even if he didn't die that time, he got... I feel like that was way too aggressive, and he got Medusa killed, I think. And yeah, he dies too. So yeah, that was way too aggressive. They shouldn't have been there. I was telling them I believe, to not be up that far, and that I was telling them that we're actually might lose this game, because we're starting to throw it again. And my team was getting kind of angry too because, yeah, 3,000 gold advantage for them now. So, I was really feeling like we were going to lose this game, and I was really sad about that. And yeah, he interrupted it by tornado, and then he had the Euls as well, and then he went invisible, and I was like, no. I don't know what he's saying. I don't know what Pira means. Probably like Portuguese or like something Brazilian, maybe. I don't know. Like it's Brazilian. Maybe it's a swear word. I don't know what he was talking about here. I don't speak whatever that language is. Now, I wasn't having a amazing time. I think I talked about this, but it's better as a Shadow Fiend. I think this is completely true. To have a score of 0-0-0 than to have like a score of 10-1, 20 or something like that. Because just like when you die, it just sucks. 'Cause you have to get souls back, and then your snowball just gets destroyed. Now, I decided to go for AC here. Now, I kind of wanted to go for Butterfly, but Jug already had MKB, so I decided Butterfly. Like, Jug was the... my mentality was this. Jug was the person who killed me 3 times, right? Or at least it was mainly Jug's fault, I suppose, why I died. Puck could have actually dodged his ulti. Yeah, and then he Eulses me, and I'm like, oh my god. Could have been a kill on the Jug, but I think he dies here. Yeah, because the stun is amazing. Look at how good the stun is. It's pretty amazing. He does have a Aegis, but I think we still kill him because he gets so slowed by my Scotty. Scotty is an amazing item. Scotty is like the item of the month. The reason I got Scotty, if you're not, you should, as Shadow Fiend, you should get either BKB or Scotty each game. There's pretty much no argument to that statement because if you don't get one of those, you're not gonna be tanking enough. And I think if you do get a BKB, you still should get Scotty because BKB only gives you 190 HP. Scotty gives you like a lot of HP. I don't know how much, like 500 or something, 600. I'm not sure. I was wondering if this Invoker was an illusion, and I missed my freaking ulti, which was really sad. I should have timed it better, but I give off a few random raises in hopes of hitting him, but I don't hit him. Juggernaut is still dead for 40 seconds, and so is TA. And as far as I'm concerned, those are our two main damage dealers. Now, Anti-Mage went for a fast Vlad's, which is wrong. You should always go for Battle Fury first on that hero. So he didn't deal any damage. Invoker got shut down by me pretty hard, so he didn't deal any damage. Sniper didn't play very well, so he didn't do any damage. And yeah, so Jug and TA did pretty okay. Jug did great, TA did okay. She got killed by me that one time, but wasn't too bad. My creep score is actually not amazing. It's slightly behind the Juggernaut, but... And the Medusa should have like 300 last hits right now. If she was playing properly, she shouldn't have that much. But yeah, the reason I went for AC is that because Jug had MKB, and that was, like, at that time, my main problem. And after I get AC, I think Jug stops being a big problem. Yeah, and he had MKB, so that means getting Butterfly, which I would have preferred getting. Butterfly is the preferred item, because if you get Butterfly, you get Evasion, and you get a lot more damage. However, AC is good too, because it gives you minus armor, which is good against... good to stack with your Presence of the Dark Lord, because it reduces that, and then you only now have that, which reduces everyone's armor by 5, which totals to 11 or something, right? 11, yeah. So, and then this Jug kind of starts feeding. I was getting really scared about this game, but I think now we were controlling everything better. And there's so, like, this is very even. This is a very even gold graph. I was really feeling that at the beginning we were a lot more ahead, but we actually weren't. But now it's gonna start coming back to our advantage. They were actually 5,000 gold ahead at one point. Look at how much damage that dealt. Dealt so much damage. God. Basically a one-shot. But now, basically now that I have AC, and that's pretty much a defensive item. Yeah, and AC gives you a lot of armor, which is going to help against physical damage like Jug, because Jug is all physical. 99.999% is physical. Unless he spins, but his spin doesn't do like any damage right now. This late. But now I desperately need damage. If I got Butterfly, I could maybe get like... not a damage item, maybe I could get like, I don't know, I would probably still get like, can I open the shop? I don't think I can look at the shop, can I? I don't think I can, because yeah, but I would maybe get something like, I don't know, I don't know, I would probably still get Butterfly, or I mean Daedalus if I got Butterfly. And then I realized I didn't have ulti. I was like, why is he not channeling his ulti? I don't understand. And then I realized I didn't have ulti, so. We got a Rax here, and I was feeling more sure about this game. I really thought this game was a lot more even. Seems like we're ahead, but I felt like when I was playing, we were a lot less ahead. And at this point, I was like, oh my gosh, we're gonna start throwing. Oh yeah, this is the point where we started throwing. Phoenix was pinging at me like crazy right here. He was like, at least he was like yelling at me to come top and kill the tower, and I was like, I don't think this is a good idea. I told him that we should probably not kill the tower, but he said, what he said specifically, he was just like, well, that's a good idea because I have refresher, but I was like, I don't think that's a good idea because they're all up, and like, Invoker doesn't do that much anyway, so, you know, it's not a great idea. Now, he's gonna die, because Jug attacks so fast. So, yeah, terrible idea. And then my team was like, yeah, we shouldn't have done that. And that made me lose a bunch of souls and a bunch of money, and it just sucked. Honestly, I should have just farmed their jungle, is what we should have done, which I started doing right here. And that was when I was like, we should just farm their jungle, guys. That's what I told them. I was like, just farm their jungle. We don't need to take any more objectives. They're still, like, recovering from their deaths. Like, there's no, like, if we try to go for a tower, they're gonna kill us. But Phoenix was trying to get me to go for the tower because he had ulti and refresher. But he didn't actually use refresher there, which is kind of weird, but so this Juggernaut was really scary at this point. And I think we should have tried to defend that tower, but I don't know, because that was our almost last tier 2. Now they're ahead on towers. Like, what stops him from popping that ulti at the tier 2 and trying to defend that? I don't know. Probably nothing, but if our whole team TP'd was carrying TPs at that time, I think at this point I was getting super scared of this game. I thought I wasn't scared at this point anymore, but I kind of forgot about a whole phase of the game. I thought this was the part where we started winning, but this is the part where we actually started throwing. We're gonna go for, yeah, and then, yeah, well, I'll just let you guys watch and see. I'll explain what we did wrong as we do that. So I think saving for buyback at this point is a pretty good idea for me. I don't have enough money for it anyway, so. Yeah, I was feeling really scared about this game, and I have my Crystallis now, which means I deal okay damage. He actually should not have tornadoed there. I was completely sure that was the real one, and if he didn't tornado, that would have been a waste of an ulti by me. His tornado actually helped us there a lot, and at this point I was like, leave him. I told my team to leave him and not try to save him because he was dead. And I think this is very important, and a lot of players, at least lower MMRs, try to save everyone and try to not get any deaths. But if you know they're gonna die, and if you in the act of trying to save them, you're gonna die as well, it's really like there's no point just trying to save him. I'm not sure why the sniper was shrapnelled here. He must have not read the patch notes, because that doesn't do any damage to the tower anymore. But maybe he was just trying to harass us or something. Harass us. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, Juggernaut was definitely the main problem. I think he was played slightly too aggressively, though. I dare say I played better than him this game, even though I think I played better than him. I think he farmed better than me, though. I got tornadoed so much this game. Like, I tornadoed myself a lot, and I got tornadoed a lot. and he got a Manta Style. Like, if you're a sniper and you get Manta Style, try to not just kill your illusions. Try to, like, micro them better, at least. Yeah, but I still have 24 souls, and I was super worried because I was super scared of the Jug just coming at me and killing me. That's definitely what he could do. And they're actually roshing right now, and I didn't see that. I should have expected it. Something I have trouble with is expecting when they're gonna rosh on. Because I think that's a pretty difficult thing to do. And yeah, I heard it here and I was like, oh, that was pretty obvious, I suppose. And I decided to take the last group and then just get the hell out. Because, yeah, Invoker got it, which is a mistake. I think the Jug could have dropped something, probably. Maybe not, though. Maybe he was completely six-slotted, but... I maybe should have sold my bottle here, but it wouldn't have mattered. I have buyback right now, I think, but... No, I actually don't. I need 200 gold. But at this point, I think I was telling my team to try to not buy anything and save for buyback. Yeah, but we were definitely behind here. Let's look at the gold graph again. We actually weren't really behind. Wow, this game is so even. Look at that. It's like so back and forth. I thought it was a lot less even, actually. I thought they were a lot more ahead at this point. They were just like barely ahead. But I think like a lot of that is, let's see, look at the net worth. Like, look at how I don't know. Like, I feel like, I don't know. I don't know why. Like, sure, Anti-Mage isn't at the top of the list, which is good, but Juggernaut is, which is bad. And I definitely give thumbs up to this Juggernaut because he farmed a lot, and I think he was a really good player. Actually, like I think I'm a better player than him still, but he did pretty well. I tried to blink on this guy, but the sniper and illusions came in, and that prevented me from going in. I might have actually died if I tried to go in on that Invoker, because the team was probably sitting behind him. I got tornadoed so much. Yeah, so if I had a BKB here, I could have attacked, but I don't think that was that important, because I can fight again, you know. The anti-mage counters Medusa so hard. Like, honestly, he's pretty much like maybe one of the most, or maybe even the most direct counter. These illusions were really annoying because they prevented me from blinking a lot. And then the sniper hit me and I was like, oh my gosh, I was ready to blink. I was so angry. And then he tornadoed me again and I was super angry. And then I just 3-shot him. That was pretty fun. I deal a lot of damage at this point. Oh yeah, this is the part where we threw really hard. You're gonna see it, guys. You guys are gonna see it. You're gonna see how hard we threw. I was pinging for someone to go down there. But I think Puck got it, though. Maybe this isn't the part where we threw. I don't think this is. I thought this was. I didn't want to buy my Daedalus yet because I was really worried about saving for buyback. And it was arguable that I should be this worried, but I guess maybe I should be this worried. Yeah, maybe I should be this worried. Yeah, and then I help out with the TA kill. I remember this part. And I actually get the TA kill. Oh, that missed her by a lot. That first raise was pretty bad. Yeah, now I have enough money for my Daedalus, because I have 3,400 surplus. So, I decided to get it. Send the courier over to the secret shop. So yeah, now I'm gonna start hitting really hard, and you guys are gonna see that. At this point, I'm gonna sell my Euls next. You could argue that I should be on agility treads here, actually. I don't think that's a terrible idea. I sell my bottle here because I realized the courier's was going back to base and not straight to me. But didn't really matter that much because I sold it way too late, so. And I'm gonna get a butterfly as my 6th slot, I believe. I think this is good because Anti-Mage and TA and Sniper are gonna start becoming a problem very soon. I've dealt with the Jug by getting a Assault Cuirass, and that's gonna help against the 3 other damage dealers they have, but having a butterfly is always gonna be nice. I was actually like way ahead on net worth than the Medusa the whole game. I was like 8,000 ahead, which should not happen because Medusa has, at least in the late game, a lot more farming potential. Look at how much damage I deal now. Like, I just deal so much damage. And then I one-shot her, which was really satisfying. It's really satisfying to play Shadow Fiend. He requires a lot of mechanical skill, but he's, like, when you do pull off those combos, he's amazingly satisfying to play. Because, like, he requires a lot of skill, I feel. And if you pull off those skillful, like, plays, I think this is the part where we throw. I remember this better now. I told my team to go for racks and then just leave. Then my team insisted on getting top again too, and then I was like, there's no way we can get top racks before everyone responds, so I was like, okay, we can try to get top tower, and then we should just leave. And I think I played slightly too aggressively, but I think my team didn't leave, so I was like, well, whatever. My team isn't leaving, so I don't think, like, if I leave, I'm just gonna doom my team completely. Yeah, this is where I was typing. I was just like, guys, we should totally leave. But my team stayed, and I was like, it's so hard to, like, arguably we shouldn't have gone for the tower. Arguably. Sure, I get then the Jug kills me. Now, arguably, maybe I should have gotten a... I didn't actually think about it, but I maybe should have gotten... What is it called? This Medusa stayed, which is a mistake. I was gonna say, we just got like team wiped pretty much here. We get 2 of them, which is okay, but the Anti-Mage buys back, and then I was like, this is why I was scared, guys. This is like exactly the reason why I was so scared, because we're gonna get team wiped if we stay for too long. I guess my team thought we could get mega creeps there. So I get super worried. Like, you might say, oh, well, you're 2 racks ahead. It can't be that bad, surely. But I feel like if they were better players, we totally could have lost this a lot easier. Spoilers, again. We don't lose this, but we win this in a really unsatisfying way. But I think it was a close game, but it really, to me, I feel like kind of sucked that we won in that kind of way, that in the kind of way that we did, but because we kind of, yeah, you guys will see. But I was wondering if I should buy back, but I was like, okay, well, we might get racks, but I really don't want to buy back if I don't have to, and maybe I should have bought back at the very beginning, and they weren't gonna maybe get racks, but I don't think it made that much of a difference, so I decided to, yeah, Euls myself. Make sure to do that if you're playing against Jug. If you have any way of stopping his Omni Slash, I think it's good to do that. I almost die here, but I think the crit maybe saved me there. The T wasn't a good player, I don't think. I think the Jug was by far the best player on their team. A lot of people say that you should buy back right away if you know you're gonna need it, but I feel like that time, maybe I think it was a good choice to not buy back right away because I thought maybe I could get away because a lot of players don't know how to take advantage of some, yeah, and now we get mega creeps in a really stupid way, and I was like, oh, well, okay. At this point I was like, guys, play it safe because they have the golden advantage, I think. They maybe have the golden advantage. Let's check. No, we have the golden advantage. I was feeling like they had the advantage, but actually I have more net worth than the Jug right here. Huh. I thought it said I had less GPM. That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. Because I have more net worth. I was like, because at the end of the match, I was looking at the scoreboard for like a long time. I was like, there's no way I had less net worth than the Jug. Because I finished the game with like 8,000 gold or something. And now I buy my butterfly right here. I was like, no way. There's no way. There is completely no way that. Oh, maybe because I. This makes more sense, but it was a lot closer than maybe I thought. Let's just look at the net worth for a bit. See how much I have, and if I finish with more than the Jug. I guess the Jug does get a few kills here. I was actually slightly worried that they were gonna win with Mega Creeps. I tried to help there, but I put myself up on a cliff, which wasn't very good. And I say lol, cause yeah, I'm on a cliff. At this point, I don't think I should be scared of the Jug, because the butterfly still helps me a lot with armor, because it gives me like 30 agility. How much agility does it give me? 30 agility, 30 damage. And that is like 60 damage for an agility hero. Look at how much damage I deal. Yeah, I have more net worth than him. I finished with more. I was pretty sure of that, because I have like 6,000 gold at the end. I get a lot of gold right here in the next few seconds. I think I could have done a lot of things slightly better. I don't think I made any major mistakes, though. I should have probably gone for the sniper right away, but it really didn't matter too much. Yeah, I finished with like 7,000 gold. Almost 7,000. So yeah, I do have more net worth, but for some reason it says he has more gold per minute. I don't know how that works, but just pause it so I don't have to leave. So yeah. I could have definitely farmed probably better, stacked more, farmed creep waves more, and that was a lot closer than it had to be, probably. I think I told my team what to do, but I should have actually, like, tried to make my team do it, I would say, because, like I said, or I tried to say, tell my team what to do and what not to do, but I don't think they listened very much, and I should have just not cared if they listened or not. So, yeah, thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, and maybe even subscribe. And if you are watching this, because I know not many people watch my channel. But yeah, bye guys.